Cheers, Faye. Teams just coming out down below us here at Goodison Park. There's not been a happy hunting ground for the Toffees this season. It may well be their downfall as they chase down European football. Just one win in their last 6. That came last time out at Arsenal, and they name an unchanged team. Pickford in goal, Digne, Holgate, Godfrey and Coleman at the back, Gomez and Alan in the middle, Sigurdsson, James Rodriguez and Richarlison just behind top scorer Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Only Sheffield United have lost more games in 2021 in the Premier League than Aston Villa, but their good work in the first half of the season means they're safe and sound for another year in the Premier League. They go with Martinez in goal. Cash is the one change. He comes in for El Mohammadi. He partners Konsa, Mings and Target in the back four. Douglas Luiz and John McGinn in the holding midfielder role, with Traore, Barkley and El Ghazi behind Ollie Watkins. On the bench, Olsen the goalkeeper for Everton, Keane, Delph, King, Mina, Iwobi and Kunku, Bernard and Tom Davis. And for Villa, Wesley is there after his first appearance in 15 months against West Brom last weekend. He's on the bench with Heaton, Taylor, Nakamba, El Mohammadi, House, Davis, Ramsey and Philogene Bidache. Teams out on the field here, Mickey Gray. Normally when we come here we do see decent football, decent exciting games. I think we're going to see more of the same tonight, aren't we?
I hope you're right, Mark, and I'm sure you will be. You know, we've got some talent out there, haven't we? There's no question about it. Everton's form at home has certainly got to change if they're going to, chase down one of those European spots come the end of the season. You know, Aston Villa away from home are a very, very difficult team to beat. They've got that pace and quality to break any back line down, and I'm sure that's what Dean Smith has said to his players. Be patient and your opportunities will come. And the same for Ancelotti as well, because they've got that quality. The go-to men are Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin and James Rodriguez with that just wonderful left foot of his. So I think it's going to be exciting. It's going to be an open game, full of energy, and no question, whoever wins this one, they're going to start chasing up that league till the end of the season.
Yeah, they are indeed. Carlo Ancelotti mentioned in his programme notes the fact that they have still got something to play for really does add an incentive. What's the incentive for Villa?
Well, if you think they've got game in hands themselves, I mean, as high as they want to get up the table as they possibly can, because you think the season before was all a relegation fight. This is all new to most of the players out there. It's been a great wave for them, if you like, and the football that we've seen from them so far this season, and they want to try and finish the season with as many points as they possibly can.
Yeah, first of two meetings between these two in 13 days. Their initial meeting in January was called off due to COVID, of course, and the teams just going through their final preparations. The handshakes that we see, the two captains in the middle of the field as well. The official tonight, Simon Hooper here, head of another instalment of Game Day Live on TalkSport. And important both teams do start well. Everton will be aware Chelsea have won again, but if they win here, and they have got 2 games in hand on Chelsea, and they play West Ham next time out, there's some big games ahead now.
Oh, absolutely massive. And we look at Everton's fixtures, apart from maybe the last day of the season, they have got winnable games, but it's all about momentum at the moment, Mark, and you've got to start this evening.
Yeah, Everton looking to follow up that win over Arsenal last weekend. Can they make it back-to-back wins in the Premier League and further enhance their chances of European football? We are about to get underway here. Everton in their blue and white kit, the claret and blue of Aston Villa. There's a ball not long as Everton defending the Gladys Street end away to our left. Too long and out for an early goal kick to Aston Villa.
Well, you always look for a bright start in Everton's home games, because I always sense in the first 10 minutes you know what you're going to get for the whole game. If they're on the front foot, they start closing down from the front, which it looks like they're going to try and do. Sigurdsson's pushing very, very high up alongside Calvert-Lewin, trying to win the ball up very high, but Aston Villa themselves have got to be patient when they do get hold of that ball to create those opportunities themselves.
Yeah, I'm just noting here a really late change. Now there is of course a social media blackout this weekend, as we know, the FA and the Premier League against abuse of players. Well, I'm seeing that Alex Iwobi is part of the Everton lineup. We'll confirm that for you in a moment. As forward comes Gylfi Sigurdsson. He gets it away to Richarlison. Richarlison now will give it to Iwobi. Iwobi into the area, onto his left foot. Is he going to hit it from the edge of the box? He does. It's cleared away. Mings on the ground, got the block on it, and eventually they will clear their lines towards the halfway line, and the ball will bounce all the way through, and it'll go back to Pickford, who was advancing out of his area. Holgate was who got the ball back to him. So an early change there, and I'm thinking it's James Rodriguez that's not on the field. So
you're
late
completely right, Mark. You're completely right. I was just having a look down on the field there, so that was very, very late, unbeknown to us, and Alex Iwobi's come onto the field, and what a start he's made. Wonderful. Picks up the ball on the left-hand side, chops onto his left foot, and a great strike, blocked in the 6-yard area, and that's exactly what you want. I don't know how if he's had a good strong warm-up when he was out there. I didn't really keep an eye on him, to be brutally honest with you, but great first minute for him.
Yeah, Iwobi comes in to the lineup then. We're hearing that James Rodriguez suffering from discomfort in the warm-up. He misses out. So Everton coming forward then, almost 2 gone here. We're live on TalkSport. Matt Wilson and Mickey Gray with Faker others as Villa clear the ball, but picked up by Gomez, gets it away to Alan, and they'll just pop away the passes here, Everton, as they look to build from the back. Holgate plays it out on the far side, the ball out for a throw-in. So Villa will have a throw-in then. 2 minutes gone, and they haven't really got out of their own half yet, have they?
No, they'll be defending. Tyrone Mings and Konsa having to be on their guard, with Iwobi just drifting in from this right-hand side, using that left foot of his, but you can see they're trying to win the ball up very high, Everton. Sigurdsson alongside Calvert-Lewin, he's playing higher than I actually thought he would have done.
Here the ball played forward by Villa, it's cleared away by Holgate. Luis heads it down, and here's Mings at the back. Midway inside his own half, left-footed, knocks it long. Watkins the target, won't reach Watkins, it's headed away there. The safety first there from Ben Godfrey, probably had a little bit more time than he thought, but heads the ball out of play for a throw-in that El Ghazi was going to take. He will leave it for Matt Targett. Targett will get the ball back in play. So Villa now high up the field. Here's Barkley, former Everton man on loan at Villa from Chelsea, of course. Looking for the ball back, but won't get it this occasion. Iwobi on the edge of his own area will roll the ball back to Pickford, who left-footed lashes it over the halfway line, and Richarlison will give chase, trying to put Cash under pressure. Cash hooks the ball away, and then there was a coming together, and Richarlison has clashed with Cash, and I think Richarlison's come off the worst for it.
Yeah, he's down. I think he's holding on to his hip. It was Matt Cash who was running back towards his own goal, and he just basically tried to clear his lines. There was no malice in it. He didn't really know Richarlison was behind him and that close. But as he's cleared his line, his right foot just caught him around the midriff. He's getting back to his feet now, Richarlison. But, a little bit of pressure there, but it looks as if he's okay.
Yeah, Casher was sent off in the loss at Manchester City recently, back from suspension. The one change for both sides up until the warm-up, of course, when then Iwobi has come in for James Rodriguez. Not the best back pass to Martinez. He will clear it. He's all in orange away to our right. Knocks it up to the halfway line. Neat touch there on the near side from El Ghazi. He plays it off Iwobi and out for a throw-in. Carlo Ancelotti and Dean Smith stood on the edge of their technical areas looking on. It's quite a calm night here. It's blue skies overhead, but just dropping a bit chilly on Merseyside this evening. But I'd say conditions are perfect here, Mickey, for the players.
Oh, absolutely. A little bit of rain as I was driving to Goodison Park this evening. Don't know if you came through that yourself, Mark, but it's great. It's made the pitch nice and slick. Both sides can get the ball down and start zipping it around. I used to love evenings like this.
Yeah. Ball over on the far side. Here is John McGinn. McGinn looking for the ball over the top. That's a decent ball out to this near side. Can they keep it in? Targett did really well. Tries to fire the cross in. Iwobi got back and blocked it out for a throw-in. Level with the edge of the Everton penalty area down the Villa left-hand side. It's Targett who will take it. That was a lovely bit of control there from the fullback.
Yeah, super. Just kept it in. Used it looked like just the top of his shoulder, but when he got it out of his feet, he just tried to get it in the area.
Well, here's Barkley, plays the ball in early, and Watkins couldn't control it. It's cleared away from him. Barkley gets an edge of the area. This time Watkins can hold it up. Holds off Gomez, gets it back to McGinn. McGinn lays the ball off. There's a chance to move the ball out wide on the Villa right-hand side. The shot comes in from distance from McGinn, and it's well over the top in the end and behind for a goal kick, but better from Aston Villa. Still 0-0.
Yeah, very good play from Aston Villa. Starting to grow into the game a little bit now. Once they get into that final third, you can see the pace starts to build. They worked it really well from left to right. They got the strike away eventually from John McGinn. About 25 yards out. Didn't really test Jordan Pickford in that Everton goal, but I like to see midfielders getting into good positions because he has got a wonderful left foot, and we know when he does get his strike away, he normally does hit the target.
He does. Ball coming forward with Everton, just trying to play their way out from the back. Then Godfrey has it, rolls it back to Pickford, who stood right on his goal line as he plays the ball out over on the far side. Luca Digne gets the ball, and he gets it back again, tries to lay it back. Here's Andre Gomez, looks to feed the ball towards Sigurdsson. That was read by Luiz. Gets the ball out on this near side. The Villa left. Here they are attacking again with El Ghazi. El Ghazi wins another throw-in. They're certainly looking to come out to this left-hand side more often than not, Aston Villa.
Yeah, they look strong. They definitely look stronger down this left-hand side. You can see that diagonal pass from McGinn across the target is on a lot. He's got a lot of space. And once the game starts to open up a lot more as the minutes pass by, he will be able to use that quality left foot of his to put the ball in the box for people like Watkins.
Well, Ezri Konsa just gave the ball to Andre Gomes, but he was dispossessed by Bertrand Traore, and Villa now will go forward. So he then turns the ball over. Alan takes it from him, does well to retain possession. Here's Richarlison on halfway. Blue shirts slow really to get forward there, and they just hold the ball on halfway. Everton 0-0, 7 gone on TalkSport if you just joined us here. Everton looking to close the gap on the top 4 after Chelsea won earlier on Game Day Live, beating Fulham by 2-0. Fulham in big trouble now, 9 points away from safety at the wrong end of the Premier League. And the ball is here with Everton at the back and almost there. Mason Holgate was caught in possession. They do play it rather slowly out from the back there, Mickey. That was a chance not worth taking.
No, absolutely. I don't know how much time Mason Holgate thought he had there, but Ollie Watkins is not going to give him a second. We've seen him too much this season and how hard he works for the team as an individual or sole striker, if you like, but he does not give centre-halves a second, and Holgate was very fortunate there.
He was also very unfortunate. He just had the ball, he tried to play over the top to Gylfi Sigurdsson, it was cut out, and now Villa are coming forward. El Ghazi's block tackled and the ball breaks back to Villa. Here now is Douglas Luiz, plays it down to El Ghazi. He's trying to get in behind here, but he's fouled Ben Godfrey, and it's a free kick down by the byline just to the right of the Everton goal, and they'll have a free kick. 8 gone here. It's still Everton 0, Aston Villa 0.
Well, I was going to mention Richarlison and how deep he's been helping out his fullback Luca Digne, but now he's got himself in a more advanced position where you want him to be, because that's where he causes his problems. He's got his pace and his quality, and yeah, full credit to him for trying to help out his fullback. But if Everton are going to get something from this game, you need him further up the field, finding these little gaps, showing his quality.
Everton are just passing the ball around there inside their own 6-yard box, and Jordan Pickford just blasted the ball at Holgate, whose touch had to be impeccable in front of his own goal there, and Everton in the end just end up passing the ball out of play for a throw-in. The passing game hasn't really got going yet for them, as Everton are starting to be pushed back inside their own half. The ball over on the far side with Cash, goes back to Konsa. Konsa goes back to his goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez, who 14 clean sheets coming into this one. He's been in great form, the former Arsenal man, as Pickford comes racing out of his goal area, and he's been beaten to the ball here. Watkins has it down by the corner flag. Can he get the cross in? Gets the ball back here on the left-hand side. Pickford's got back in front of his own goal now. He almost got caught out there. Target rolls it into Barkley, back to Target. It's all a bit tight on this left touchline. El Ghazi's out-muscled down below as Alan jumps into the tackle. Then Douglas Luiz gets in. He gives it away to Iwobi. And at the moment, it's all a little bit scrappy. Target is fouled. Target fouls Iwobi, and it's a free kick. The game, it just feels at the moment, it hasn't quite kicked off yet.
Well, let's go back to the back line of Everton, because they've been really scrappy, Mark, in the early stage of this game. I mean, the ball's bouncing. It's just a loop ball towards the 18-yard box. It's outside of it. And Jordan Pickford comes out. He must shout goalkeeper to his fullback and his centre-halves. It's never going to go behind the byline. He then gets challenged. He's really fortunate because they have to take it wide again, which gives him the opportunity to get back into his goal. But he's been really scrappy. They're giving the ball away in the wrong areas. They're giving Aston Villa the opportunity to counter-attack them in that final third. They've got to try and sort things out.
Yeah, Alan just got caught there in the face, but Everton will play on. The ball goes out wide on their left-hand side. Luca Digne goes forward, but again the first pass is backwards. Here is Alan. Looks to have shaken off that bump in the face that he got, but he's passed to Calvert-Lewin's a shocker, and Villa will bring it forward. And El Ghazi fancies a run here, but across Kane Coleman did well in the end. And the ball now with Godfrey. Across they go to Holgate. Here is Andre Gomez, brings it forward. Calvert-Lewin makes a good run forward, but again the pass is just behind him, and it's picked up by Villa in the centre circle. Barkley's touch was heavy, but then he wins a 50-50 challenge to retain possession for his side. And Villa, you'd have to say, look a little bit more comfortable with 11 on the clock here. And Everton 0, Aston Villa 0. There's passing, and there's passing for the sake of passing. It feels like Everton are passing for the sake of passing at the minute.
It's what we call, Mark, is the worldy pass. I think that's what the Everton players, or certainly the midfield players, have been trying on too many occasions, and they're not coming off. Alan on a couple of occasions has tried it. Gomez has tried it. So they've got to calm themselves down a little bit.
Well, here's a nice crossfield ball from Villa, and it finds Anwar El Ghazi on the left-hand corner of the area. Gets it back to Target. Target lays it back. Here's Barkley. Barkley feeds it in, looking for Traore. Lovely first touch from him, holding it up on the edge of the area, looking for movement outside him. Then he puts in a great cross to the far post. It's spilled by Pickford, and luckily he regathers at the second attempt. That was good from Traore.
Super play. Drifting on that off from that right-hand side, Traore. He's worked his way over to the left-hand side. Beautiful skill to get himself turned. Didn't even have to look to put the ball into the area. And as it's coming across, Jordan Pickford, I mean, he wasn't really, again, commanding his area. You're thinking he's just going to pluck that one out the sky, gets one hand to it, it bounces in the 18-yard box, then he has to gather it again. They've got to kind of galvanise themselves a little bit. Again.
Well, Watkins has nicked the ball here off Holgate. He's trying to get in on goal. He's gone down. He gets back on his feet. He's in on goal. And he rolls it in the back of the net. Disastrous from Everton. But Ollie Watkins is there to take full advantage. And he rolls the ball past Pickford. And at Goodison Park, it's Everton 0, Aston Villa 1.
Well, I have to say, I mean, do you learn from your mistakes? You're giving the ball away. Your goalkeeper can't get his hands on it. His distribution hasn't been fantastic. The two centre-halves have been really scrappy. Their passing's been scrappy. And it's just Ollie Watkins just closing down Mason Holgate. Should have learned a couple of minutes ago when he nearly gave the ball away. Watkins is not going to give him a second on the ball. He nicks in, he shows his strength, he gets himself back onto his feet. Absolutely fantastic. Then Jordan Pickford comes out to the edge of his 18-yard box to make his goal smaller. But what a finish from Watkins. Absolutely outstanding. And it's all that they deserve because they've been on the front foot. They've been the calmer team so far in this game. And what a super finish. And what a great start for Aston Villa in this game.
Yeah, lovely finish through the legs of Pickford right in at the far corner. And there's no VAR decision to take the goal away. So it is Everton 0, Aston Villa 1. As Calvert-Lewin heads the ball forward towards the goal of Martinez, who comes out and collects nicely. Well, they've had the warning, and as you said, Mickey Gray, they didn't heed it, did they? And it's a wonderful finish. 3 and 5 now for Watkins.
Absolutely brilliant. You know, very tenacious as a centre forward, a man who's, you know, trying to impress his Aston Villa manager, but also Gareth Southgate. And he never stops running. It must have been such a hard season for him, Watkins, because he's up there on his own, working his socks off.
Well, here's Richarlison. Sorry to interrupt there, because it looked for a minute like Mings was going to slide in and take the ball away from him, but Richarlison in the end couldn't keep it in. It goes behind for a goal kick. That was half a chance, that, for Richarlison.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what I was going to say about Watkins was he got his just rewards for being tenacious, but then Richarlison now playing higher up the field, making it hard for the Aston Villa defenders to clear their lines and just making himself a nuisance. That's what they've got to do, but how long is it going to take them to actually get going in the game?
Ball headed away by Holgate. Here's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, got caught in the centre circle. I think Sigurdsson wanted to play on there, but Watkins is down injured on the other side of the centre circle, so the referee, Simon Hooper, will go across and check that he's okay. The goal scorer for Aston Villa lying just over the halfway line, and the physio will come on. You are listening to Everton versus Aston Villa on TalkSport with Now. Don't forget, with Now, you can watch Newcastle against Arsenal and Manchester United against Liverpool live tomorrow on Sky Sports for just $9.99. Search Now Sports for more details on that one, and it could be a big day, of course. The Premier League title could be resolved tomorrow should Liverpool win at Old Trafford. Earlier on Game Day Live, well, you heard Manchester City beat Crystal Palace by 2-0. Aguero and Torres with second half goals to put City within touching distance of the Premier League title. Brighton beat Leeds early on by 2-0, and then in the tea time kickoff, Chelsea 2, Fulham 0. Havertz with a double, one in either half, putting Chelsea in a strong position for the top four. And what was a huge weekend for them with the second leg of their Champions League semi-final coming up, which you will hear, of course, live on TalkSport midweek. So free kick for Everton then here in the centre circle. This is a chance to get some bodies in and around the box. They play it short to Andre Gomez. He will hammer the ball forward. It's straight at Barkley, and he gets the ball away on this near side for El Ghazi, who's then bundled over. And that's the first real chance they've had to put the ball in the box, Mickey Gray, and they didn't take it.
I mean, you're obviously watching the game with him, Mark, right now. And how many times has Gomez tried that diagonal pass and it just has not come off for him? They have been so scrappy. Sigurdsson actually just came over to Ancelotti. I think they've made a tactical change. Sigurdsson's now gone over to the left-hand side, and Richarlison is now playing as a 2 alongside Calvert-Lewin.
We'll see how that affects things. Here's Watkins, the goal scorer. He's got him behind again here. Can he hold off the defender? He does, but Pickford blocks his shot that was going goal-bound. That's a good save from Pickford. He made himself big, but Watkins there did really well to control the tough ball and bring it down and get the shot away. But Everton survives. Still Everton 0, Aston Villa 1 here on TalkSport. But another ball in behind and more problems for Everton.
Well, there's a battle going on between Mason Holgate and Ollie Watkins, and Ollie Watkins is winning it hands down at the moment, because I don't know what Mason Holgate's trying to do. He's trying to play out from the back. He's not really standing alongside Ollie Watkins. He's letting him get turned and letting him run at him, and he's losing every single battle.
He is. Here's Iwobi though, after good work from Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison on the edge of the area. Again the pass though goes backwards. Allen tries to feed it in. Richarlison on the right. Blue shirts to him out in the middle. Puts across him. It's blocked behind for a corner kick to Everton. That was a little bit better, and they had more blue shirts waiting in the box.
Well, absolutely. That's what they have to do to try and get themselves back into the game now, Everton. They've got to push forward. They've got to make the pitch as big as they possibly can and as wide as they possibly can. Use Iwobi, use Richarlison, get them on the front foot, using their pace and winning corners like they've got now from Digne, and using that quality left foot of his.
Here comes the corner then. Everybody back for Aston Villa. And almost everybody of those defenders is in the 6-yard box at the moment. Here comes the delivery, floated towards the far post. He's headed back across goal, and it's into the back of the net. And it's Dominic Calvert-Lewin who powers in the header. And Everton are back on level terms. Everton 1, Aston Villa 1.
Well, this game never ceases to amaze you, does it? They've not been in the game at all, Everton. They've been really scrappy at the back. They burst forward, one opportunity, they win themselves a corner, great quality into the area, and that man Calvert-Lewin, I mean, he's so much of a threat in the air. He just drifts round to the back stick, and he just wants it more. He gets enough power on it to just get it behind the goalkeeper Martinez and Tyrone Mings, who find himself on the goal line, and now we find ourselves back on level terms when probably we shouldn't be.
Well, Calvert-Lewin with a powerful header. He's not been in great form, 3 in 16 before today, but that's his 20th Everton goal of the season. And Mings, try as he might on the line, couldn't keep it out. It's 1-1 here. Well, we said before the game, Mickey, we always get goals and excitement at Goodison Park, and we're getting more of the same here on TalkSport tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's such an open game. But I think what we've got in front of us, Mark, is, I mean, two teams that, well, we spoke in the build-up, that want to try and finish as high as they possibly can. Everton, the European positions, Aston Villa, if they possibly can, but they've got to go on a sensational run. So the game is so open, but we just haven't had the quality, apart from the 2 goals that we've seen. Everton have been pretty scrappy, but on set pieces, Aston Villa, you know, they've got a coach there in John Terry. Surely one of the big threats that they've got from set pieces has got to be Calvert-Lewin. So you have to go and mark him. He looked as if he had a free run into that 6-yard area.
He did indeed. The delivery was perfect, and so was the header. And now Everton down there left are looking to get across him. Are they going to get another? No, I thought they were going to get another corner, but the ball ricocheted off Luca Digne and out behind for a goal kick. 1-1 then here. Watkins with a goal to put Villa in front on 13, but the lead lasting only 6 minutes as Dominic Calvert-Lewin equalised from a corner. Well, I think Faye mentioned earlier on, both the strikers keen to impress Gareth Southgate. Well, they couldn't have done much more so far.
No, absolutely. I think Gareth Southgate will be pretty pleased about that. He wants to pick a strong squad for the Euros, and them 2 players have never really let the country down when they had their opportunity, so it's going to be a difficult decision for them when it comes around.
Yeah, both have scored for England, of course, this season already, and with the extended squads available to Gareth Southgate, it'll be interesting who forces their way in. I'm sure there'll be plenty of conjecture about that in the next few weeks as well. As throwing for Aston Villa taken quickly, they get to the byline, pulled back across goal by Targett, and there was no one there to knock it in. Watkins will retreat to the far side, will keep the ball alive. He lays it back to Cash. First time delivery in, Traore can't get the header, and there's a bit of wrestling on the edge of the area, and the referee happy to let that go on, and the ball works its way to Barkley. Left hand side of the area, thought about the shot, dispossessed by Richarlison, and Iwobi now will bring the ball up towards halfway. Great bit of skill, takes him past Targett. Now he looks to slide Calvert-Lewin in, but Mings does really well. Just eases himself between the Everton number 9 and the ball and brings it away. Targett now rolls it towards Traore. Great first touch, almost takes him between the two. The ball will break here for Watkins, in on goal again. Heavy first touch, and Pickford denies him. Ball edge of the area, McGinn with a shot, cannons off a defender, and it's cleared away. Richarlison will get it out wide, and now Everton will flood forward, and they've got 4 on 3 here. Iwobi's got Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin, tried to play it to Calvert-Lewin, and it's cleared away by Konsa, heading back into the area, and Konsa will clear it away again. It's 1-1 here, but Aston Villa have just had a great chance, Mickey Gray, to go back in front.
Absolutely fantastic. He had 3 opportunities. The first one, Targett just put a ball into the area, and I think it was Traore who was running in, and it just missed him in that 6-yard area. Comes out to the edge of the box. John McGinn, nice strike. It was Ben Godfrey who just stood his ground and blocked it away from Jordan Pickford's goal. Well, that's Aston Villa, and Everton are at 6s and 7s at the back. They are all over the place. Going forward, they've started to improve now. They're starting to run in behind Aston Villa's back line. The game's so open. You just need that bit of quality when they're in those midfield areas just to play that final pass, and there's certainly more goals in the game.
Here's Sigurdsson looking to go forward. Luca Digne on the far side will get the ball level with the edge of the Villa area. He'll come back to Andre Gomez. Gomez now will see Coleman making a run down the right. Won't reach him yet. Alan has it, feeds it into the edge of the area. Shot comes in from Sigurdsson, and it's blocked away and out on this near side. 1-1 here at Goodison Park. Coleman has it, gives it to Gomez. Gomez looking to get over the top. Luca Digne's got him behind. First time crossing for Calvert-Lewin. Brave head, a good save. And the ball cleared away. Well, Calvert-Lewin put his head in where it hurts there and almost got his second. Here's Iwobi. Into the area he goes. On his right foot, there's a Villa player down injured. The ball's just hit him and we play on here. Ball out to Coleman. Puts the cross in. Richarlison has it back. But the flag eventually goes up offside. Well, what a 2 minutes of football we've just had there, Mickey Gray.
Unbelievable. Brilliant run and a great ball into Luca Digne down that left-hand side. Well, I have to say, the bravery and the tenacity to try and get in between the 2 centre-halves of Calvert-Lewin was just unbelievable. Bravery was fantastic. I think it was Konsa who was the man who tried to clear his lines, but he's went in with his head there, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, where a lot of centre-forwards were maybe just poked out a toe to try and slot one into the back of the net. I think Martinez actually had to make the save in the end, so he did get in between the 2 centre-halves. But how open the game is now, because they've got willing runners. The 2 full-backs of Everton are getting forward. Calvert-Lewin's now getting in behind the 2 centre-halves. It's excellent play from Richarlison on a couple of occasions. But then it's end-to-end. Aston Villa, the chances they've had to take the lead. And now Everton, it's just end-to-end football.
24 minutes on the clock. You're live on Game Day Live on TalkSport. Mark Wilson and Mickey Gray with Faker Others taking you through this one. Everton 1, Aston Villa 1. They're not missing anything at the moment. Matt Targett is down getting treatment just in his own penalty area. Watkins with a goal to put Villa in front after he robbed Mason Holgate and put the ball past Pickford to make it 1-0. But then Calvert-Lewin from a corner levelled it up at 1-1, and both strikers have had big chances to score. Watkins was in on Pickford's goal. His touch was heavy. Pickford got out to block it, and at the other end a great save from Emiliano Martinez that stopped Calvert-Lewin getting his second. Well, it's currently Everton 1, Aston Villa 1. And for the latest odds, head to Betfair, the official betting partner of TalkSport's Premier League coverage. Well, right now, you can get Everton at 11-8, Aston Villa at 5-2, and the draw at 9-4. That's all thanks to Betfair. More ways to bet, more ways to win. 18+, begambleaware.org. Bit of concern here about Matt Targett. He's down. He clearly picked up a knock, and he's been getting lengthy treatment here. So there are a couple of Villa subs warming up, Mickey Gray. Yeah,
I'm not actually sure. I think it was when the ball was actually ricocheting back into the 18-yard area. I'm not too sure if it's just twisted his ankle or his knee a little bit as he just, reached out his left foot. He's back on his feet now, and he looks as if he's okay. Now, there was a coming together, and I think he's holding on to his knee.
I think he's kicked it looks like he's turned his knee there. He kicked Richarlison, didn't he, as he cleared the ball, but he's jogging back round the dead ball line. He's hopefully going to come back on from a Villa perspective. It's 1-1 at Goodison Park, and it could easily have been 2-2. Here's Watkins, the first goal scorer, heads the ball towards El Ghazi, picked up by Coleman and knocked forward towards Richarlison, and Mings is wrestling with him. That's good defending. Gets the ball out for a throw-in on the near side.
That's what you want from your centre-halves. Tyrone Mings being strong alongside Richarlison, letting him know that you're there, because he's not going to be able to turn you. If you stand your ground, it's going to be so difficult for Richarlison. But you know, if he does get turned, he can cause you problems.
Well, here's Watkins, gets it to Traore. Traore looks out and sees Cash getting forward. The former Nottingham Forest man lays it back to McGinn. McGinn to Traore, great touch, and he's clattered there. This is going to be a free kick about 27 yards out from goal, right-hand side of goal. What I've seen from Traore today, his first touch, he's always looking to go forward, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely, but he's very strong also. He looks for players around him. You know, he's got 2 or 3 players on this occasion, and he's won his side a foul. His first touch, he just flicks it round the corner with his left foot, and he gets facing the goal, and he's always searching for a strike or to play somebody in. And now they've got a free kick in a dangerous area, which I think Ross Barkley looks like he's going to take. He is looking at the goal. I'm not too sure about the angle. It's probably going to be tight when everything's set up. But the way he's standing over the ball, it does look like he's going to take the strike on. So Jordan Pickford just setting up his line, his wall now.
He's about 8 yards to the right of the goal. Former Everton man stands over it. There are plenty of claret and blue shirts waiting in the box for the delivery. The shot comes in on goal, and it's just over the top. Pickford had that one covered, and it remains Everton 1, Aston Villa 1. Brilliant start to the latest instalment of Game Day Live here on TalkSport. Plenty more live football to come throughout the week as well, including on Bank Holiday Monday, a bit of a local derby in your area of the Woods. Concert against Hebburn Town in the FA Vase final. It's live on TalkSport 2, 1 o'clock on Monday, and that's followed up 6 o'clock, a TalkSport 2 exclusive, West Brom against Wolves. So if you've got the app, you'll be able to listen to those while you're out and about on Bank Holiday Monday. If you've not got it, download it. It's free in all the usual places, and it allows you to listen to all our live sport. Ball flicked forward by Richarlison, loses out to Target, who's back on. McGinn looks to thread the ball through. Traore's in on goal against Pickford. Another save. Pickford with his legs. Ball back to Traore. Players waiting for the cross in the middle. And it's a great save from Pickford. Traore went for the left foot curler. It was looping in under the crossbar, and Pickford, England's number 1, claws the ball behind for a corner.
Wow, an unbelievable save from Jordan Pickford on 2 occasions. One very close from Traore. He breaks that back line again of Everton. I think it was Godfrey who kept everybody on side, but then when it comes back out, I think you look Traore just like he's just curling it towards the back stick, but is heading towards goal, and Jordan on his back foot just flicks it away from goal. Absolutely outstanding. Made amends for the mistake he made earlier.
Yeah, that was a fine double save. It keeps it 1-1, but a corner for Villa here. Whipped into the near post. It's headed behind for another corner in front of the Gladys Street end. Away to our left here at Goodison Park. And another corner which Barkley will take. Plenty of bodies in and around the 6-yard box. A lot of them Everton defenders. It has to be said, 6 of them against 2 Villa defenders in the 6-yard box at the moment. As the ball now is floated towards the far post. It's headed away. It'll break for Douglas Luiz on the right corner of the area. Is he just going to stand up the cross? No, he's going to have a touch, and he'll go back towards the halfway line. Cash will feed the ball back out over on the right-hand side. Now the cross comes in. It's flicked on, but Richarlison will pick it up edge of his own area. His touch is a poor one. He's dispossessed, and then Barkley does exactly the same thing, and the ball cleared up towards halfway. Just a little bit of scrappy play from both sides there. Almost half an hour gone here at Goodison Park. You're live and exclusive on TalkSport, where it's Everton 1, Villa 1, but Villa certainly carrying an attacking threat here.
Oh, absolutely. With the pace that they've got, Mark, going forward, they've showed some great quality. Should have scored more than 1 goal. Ollie Watkins, I mean, his second opportunity, if we can go back to that, I thought he could have played that first time. He took a touch, and it gave Jordan Pickford the opportunity to come off his line, made it nice and tight, and it was very hard, but there's chances there. And I don't know what to make of this Everton performance. They're on level terms at the moment, but when I look at the back line and how many mistakes they've made, Aston Villa, with a little bit more quality, could have really punished them.
Yeah, I've just seen a replay of that Pickford save. It was a fine save as well. As Calvert-Lewin on halfway is dispossessed, and the ball is scissor kicked high into the stand where we are. It bounces down towards the play again, and we go on 1-1 here, just over half an hour gone. I was telling you about that North East derby in the FA Vase
Concert.
Concert against Hebburn, then West Brom Wolves, and then on Tuesday we're live in the Champions League semi-final, Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain, and then on Wednesday night Chelsea against Real Madrid. Two cracking ties, and both nicely poised after the first legs as well.
Brilliant games, absolutely fantastic games. Cannot wait for the next ones to come around. Champions League football, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, ball played forward by Villa down there left-hand side. Iwobi did well to keep that in play, actually. Nice first touch from him, and he tried to skip past target, dispossessed. El Ghazi has it, feeds it towards Watkins. Watkins does well. Now he feeds the ball out, and here comes Matty Cash sprinting down the right-hand side. Look at the Villa players trying to get in the box. Great cross in towards Watkins. Hits him with his knee. Blocked by Pickford. Back to El Ghazi. Hits the crossbar, and the ball still bouncing in and around the area. Barkley has it. Can he earn something from that tight situation? Lays it back. Another cross comes in, and it's cleared away by Andre Gomez. Well, the ball somehow stays out of the back of the Everton goal, but boy, they are leading a charmed life at the moment. Still 1-1.
Well, I have to say, Ollie Watkins has been outstanding in this game so far. He was the one who started that move. He held the ball up really well. He played it over to the right-hand side to Matty Cash, who put a great ball into the area in between the two centre-halves. Watkins gets on the end of it. I don't know if Pickford just got something on it, but it was about a yard away from going beyond the line. Then El Ghazi comes in, hits the crossbar. Aston Villa have had more chances in his first. They could have tied this game up already.
I think Pickford has made at least 5 really good one-on-one saves. I'm not sure that didn't hit Watkins on the knee, inside the 6-yard box, but it was going in the net, and somehow they kept it out. And more importantly, they kept out the rebound as well. Ball from Gomez. This time he will find Iwobi. Iwobi, midway inside the Villa half, on the right, cuts in. Coleman's made a great run inside him. Ball squared off though here. Sigurdsson, 25 yards out, goes for the dipping shot. And it's just over the top. Still 1-1. What an exciting game this has been here. Both sides threatening the goal at either end.
Well, if you wanted an open game of football, we've certainly got one, haven't we, Mark? I mean, defending just is null and void, to be brutally honest with you. I mean, it's end-to-end football. The energy levels of both sides has been absolutely fantastic. Scrappy at times, but those opportunities that Aston Villa have had in this first 45 minutes, they've been unbelievable. They really have. I mean, these chances, we're just watching a replay of El Ghazi hitting the crossbar.
It was a great save from Pickford. Look at this one. It hits his knee, doesn't it? Watkins on the knee. And Pickford makes a reflex save. Here's Watkins again. He said it might have been a tough season for him. He's getting more looks at goal tonight than he's had all season.
He certainly has. Jordan Pickford has certainly had to be on his game, one-on-ones. And you're right, 4 or 5 occasions he's saved his team.
He has, and here come Villa again. Douglas Luiz dispossessed by Andre Gomez over the halfway line, tight for space, gives it to Iwobi. First time pass, finds Allen. Allen gets it away. Sigurdsson back to Allen. 34 on the clock here. You're live and exclusive on TalkSport. 1-1 at Goodison. Not been a happy hunting ground for the home side, but they're hoping to pick up a win as Andre Gomez on the left has it. He looks to slide in a ball here. Luca Digne tries to pull it back edge of the area. Sigurdsson with a first time shot blocked, and now Villa will look to counter, and Barkley advances towards halfway. Got El Ghazi with him. El Ghazi trying to get the ball back over to the Villa right hand side. McGinn with a lovely first time pass, and here now is Traore. I'm not sure what that was that a Rabona pass? He got it away, but it's picked up by Everton, and they'll bring it back towards halfway. Gomez goes forward, and Conce has had his pocket picked here, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin was offside, so the flag will go up for a Villa free kick.
Just counter-attacking football. Whenever they get the chance, Aston Villa, they pick it up and they get it into midfield, they get turned, and then you've got willing runners just going in behind, using the pace that they've got. But just before then, Sigurdsson had a really good chance. Worked up well down the left-hand side with Digne, a nice little through ball, played out back to the edge of the 18-yard box to Sigurdsson. And I thought he tried to be a little bit too cute with it, tried to side-foot it towards goal, when I thought he just needed to get his laces through it. He's got the quality to do it.
Yeah, he has indeed. Godfrey did well there with an awkward ball that he got under control and passed to a teammate on the halfway line. He's back on the ball now as he just rolls it to Allen, who goes over the halfway line. He showed a little bit too much of that to Mings, and Mings is being penalised. In fact, I think the free kick was earlier in the play there. The referee Simon Hooper trying to play advantage, and it's a free kick for Everton.
Yeah, they've pulled it back. I think it was Ross Barkley who Alan just got the better of, and I think he was just pulling on his shoulder, and when he gave the ball away eventually, I think it was Simon Hooper just pulled it back and blew his whistle, get the foul.
So free kick for Everton, about 10 yards over the halfway line. Cadinha's come all the way across to the near side to take it. Wolfie Sigurdsson is there as well. Villa holding a high line just on the edge of their 18-yard box away to our right-hand side. 1-1 if you just switched on. It's been a cracking first 36 minutes here at Goodison Park. There's a ball now from Sigurdsson. He's floated towards the far post. It's cleared away. Traore hooks it over his shoulder. Alan will pick it up. He drives towards the edge of the area. Then he just checks and looks for a teammate. He finds Sigurdsson, who gets it out to Alex Iwobi. Iwobi on the right touchline, cuts in field, looking to go forward. Andre Gomez takes it away from him. Luca Digne's peeled off on the left-hand side. He's got a bit of room to put the cross in, but Cash is quickly across to block that cross. And now Andre Gomez has it on the left-hand side. Goes back to the touchline, retains possession. It's all a little bit tight, and Cash again has defended that well, and he gets it away. And now Traore skips up the touchline, cuts in field, neat footwork, leaves Allen on the ground. And now here goes Barkley. Watkins in front of him. Barkley closing in on goal. Hits it. Hits the post and bounces away. Pickford was beaten, but it bounces to safety. Here's El Ghazi wide on the left-hand side. Ross Barkley would have loved to have scored that one. He's on the ball again now, down by the byline. Can he engineer an opening? He'll get it back to El Ghazi. Watkins waits in the middle, and the cross is blocked, and it goes behind for a corner kick. More Villa attacking threat.
It's fantastic. Winning the ball back in their own half. Gomez giving the ball away. One pass up to Traore, runs all the way up down the right-hand side. Great ability to get past Alan. A little ball inside to Ross Barkley, gets it onto his left foot, and when he strikes that, Jordan Pickford is reaching across. And if that's inside the post, we're talking about a fantastic goal. Fortunately for Everton, it just ricochets off the post.
Another corner, more pressure on the Everton goal. There's a ball fired into the near post. It's flicked on here, almost got in each other's way there. Watkins tries to put the ball back in. It's blocked edge of the area. They'll work it out here to Traore. He's going to float the cross to the far post. Watkins tries to keep it in, but in doing so he's kept the ball in for Everton, who can advance down their left-hand side, and he will knock it long. Iwobi's made a good run, but Cash is there and clears it nicely. He's had a really good start to the game, Matty Cash. And then a foul by Everton. It's a free kick for Villa on the halfway line. Still 1-1.
Yeah, well, while we've got a little bit of time to breathe, I have to say, if you're an away team, and Dean Smith will be thrilled to pieces with what he's seen from his side so far in a counter-attacking side of things, because every time they pick up the ball and they get into the opposition's half, they look a real threat. I mean, some great opportunities they've had. Ancelotti will be having a word with his players at half-time just to shore things up. They've got to stay a little bit tighter. Digne's wanting to try and get forward, but he's leaving gaps in behind him. The same on this left-hand side with El Ghazi and Coleman. When he gets in that final third, as soon as he gives the ball away, you can see the wide players and the forward players of Aston Villa just want to break forward. It's a long pass, and they get into that final third, and he can talk all day long about the opportunities that they've had, but Watkins should have two. Traore should have a couple of goals. I mean, Ross Barkley's strike off the post with his left foot, absolutely outstanding. They'll be thrown to pieces, Dean Smith and his players.
You wonder how it is only 1-1. You are listening to Everton against Aston Villa on TalkSport with WeBuyAnyCar.com. Get a quote in 60 seconds at WeBuyAnyCar.com. Just a slight stoppage in play there. Matty Cash was down injured for a moment, but he's okay to carry on. We've got 6 to the break here on TalkSport. We're live and exclusive in the Premier League, all part of Game Day Live. There's a ball now worked to Traore on the halfway line. He turns in the centre circle. He's got a lot of room. He wants to go forward. He cuts back, rolls the ball to Barkley, 25 yards out. Is he going to shoot? No, he'll go to El Ghazi in the area, puts in a cross into the 6-yard box, cleared away by Everton. Target looked to be climbing on his man. It's play on. Iwobi got the ball anyway. On Iwobi then nutmegs McGinn, and he's over the halfway line. Calvert-Lewin in support. Great ball into him. Calvert-Lewin's first touch just let him down there. He had Ezra Konsa on the back foot. He was trying to knock it past him, and Konsa came away with the ball, and Villa this time survived.
Well, I'd be so disappointed with Charleston, because we know he's got the quality. Great play, wing play from Iwobi over on this right-hand side. Great little nutmeg that you mentioned, Mark, in his run-up play. A nice little ball into Richarlison. He tried to take his first touch out of his feet. It just got caught under him a little bit, and then the attack was broken down But again, it's Aston Villa who picked the ball up, and now it's them on the attack.
Here's El Ghazi dancing his way through. Blocked on this occasion. Ball fed forward. Iwobi. Here is Richarlison down the right hand side. Douglas Luiz comes across. He's eased him off the ball illegally, says the assistant referee on the near side, and that I think is going to be a yellow card. I'm not so sure about that, Mickey Gray.
No, I think it was a bit of a cheap fight. You can see Richarlison, he's not really going anywhere down that right hand side. It became a foot race, and it looked like Douglas Luiz was getting the better of Richarlison, and I think he knew that, so he just went to ground a little bit too easy for me. But Simon Hooper has been fantastic. He's just let the game flow. He's put his hand in his pocket. He's picked out that yellow card and give it to Douglas Luiz there. But I feel he's a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, I think in the game that we've seen, end-to-end attacking football, we've not seen a bad tackle all evening, have we? And I'm not sure that was one either. Gareth Southgate, he's here watching tonight. Well, he'll have been impressed with the form of his goalkeeper. He'll be impressed with the form of two of his attacking players. Is there another goal to come before the break? 4 to go to the break, and Everton have got a good free kick here, 25 yards away from the byline. It's only a couple of yards in from the right touchline. Sigurdsson is going to swing the ball into the area, into the 6-yard box. Keeper comes and gets a great punch on it and clears the ball away, and it's hit up in the air. Traore lets it bounce. Barkley wins a header. Traore with neat skill. He wanted a free kick. He's not going to get one. And the ball is on the halfway line. Everton have it with Coleman. He just wanders forward. No one's come to close him down. He's still going. He's 25 yards out. He's going to have a shot. And he sliced it wide. I think it's 2 years on Monday since he last scored his Premier League goal, and maybe that effort shows us why.
Yeah, a typical full-back strike, and I must know that as good as anybody. But he's just worked his way over to the left-hand side, actually. Worked it really well, Coleman, onto his right foot. When he set up to strike, did he plant his foot properly? Didn't really threaten Martinez in that goal. But just before then, Sigurdsson's ball into the box was absolutely outstanding. He's got great quality when it comes to those dead ball situations. But again, a super save from Martinez. Had to be on his toes.
Yeah, he did fantastic, didn't he? He really has been a key signing for Villa. 14 clean sheets. Granted, he won't add to that today, but here come Villa again. Barkley now peels the ball away to El Ghazi. His touch was heavy. Breaks for Watkins. Left-footed first-time shot just past the far post. Only one thing on his mind there. Referee says it took a deflection. It's gone behind for a corner.
It's that one pass from defence to midfield where it's splitting Everton apart. The midfield players are getting themselves turned. More often than not, it's Ross Barkley plays a lovely ball into the area. And again, a little bit of fortune. It falls to Ollie Watkins onto his left foot, and he just skims a little bit away from that left-hand post. But, you get that on target again, and it causes problems for Jordan Pickford because he stood on his goal line and he's got nowhere to go.
Corner in front of the Gladys Street end. Away to our left. Jordan Pickford has seen far too much of the action from Everton's point of view, and he's going to see some more now. Corner delivered. Great header away at the near post. It'll go all the way out to that far side. It's going to be fired in again. Blocked at the near post by Alan. They tried to get it away to Iwobi, and the referee has pulled things back for a free kick. Lucadinho, I think it was, who was caught as he was bringing the ball out of his own half. And it remains 1-1. We've got 1 minute remaining in the 45. We'll have, I think, at least a couple of added on minutes. We had that injury to Matt Targett earlier on. But what a pulsating half of football at Goodison Park. Still 1-1.
What do you do, Mark? If you're Carlo Ancelotti, are you looking at your centre-halves and thinking, yeah, you're the future of this football club, but I've got 2 experienced guys on the bench. Do I bring one on? Do I change the system to a 5 at the back because there's too many opportunities out there for Aston Villa? All this will be going through his mind, and he's got so much experience. I don't know if he'll just have a word with his players at half-time and say, look, you need more. You've got to show better quality when you're defending. Or does he make those changes? Be bold, because as I said before, they're running out of games. If they want to finish in those European positions, they need to win this football match, not draw it.
Well, they've got a free kick here for a handball against Ross Barkley, 10 yards inside their Villa half. I was just going to ask you, obviously Holgate makes a horrendous error for the first goal, but is the problem not the back four, but what's in front of it? Because they are getting to the back four too easy, aren't they?
Yeah, well, we talked in the build-up about the quality and someone with a little bit of quality moving forward, but defensively, I think overall Alan's been a wonderful signing for Everton, but I don't know, Gomez, is it that lack of pace? He wants to play as a forward midfield player, but he hasn't really got that quality.
Well, here's the ball into the air, and it's not dealt with, and in the end Mings hooks the ball away. There was a little bit of indecision at the back there. Martinez was trying to come and get it. Traore picks it up on this near side. We've got 3 added on minutes at the end of the first half. It remains 1-1 here on TalkSport. It's been a huge day in the EFL and in the Premier League. There's a ball now with Coleman down by the corner flag, looking to try and win a corner. The ball on the line, it's rolled over, and he has won a corner off Douglas Luiz. And a late chance. The Everton leveller came from a corner kick. Can they nudge themselves in front? You'd have to feel sorry for Villa if they did at the break.
No, absolutely. Well, I think one thing they've got to try and sort out is who is Mark and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. At the moment, it looks like a mismatch because John McGinn is at the back stick with him. He's just drifting around, looking as if he's disinterested in it. And you know what he's going to try and do. He's going to try and get away from his marker. You give him half a yard, you know where this ball's going to end up.
Well, there are 7 Villa defenders in the 6-yard box. Ball whipped in towards that 6-yard box. It skims off a Villa head and it goes behind. It's going to be another corner. That was a great delivery in from Luca Digne on this near side. And there's a real threat. But you mentioned who's picking up Calvert-Lewin. There are a lot of Villa defenders in that 6-yard box.
Well, it looks it's half zonal, half man marking. As you can see it now, there's 3 players being marked at the back stick, but everybody else is zonal.
Well, here comes another corner from Digne. This one's a little bit more central. It's headed away. It was a good header away in the end from Villa. There's still more pressure. We've had over 90 seconds of the minimum of 3 added on minutes. The ball's on the halfway line. Coleman will stand it up. He's looking for Luca Digne, who's in, gets it headed across goal, and there to clear it away was Ezra Konsa. Ball back into the area. Richarlison tries to win it. It'll break here for Luca Digne. Goes to the byline. The ball will come off Digne, and that will be a goal kick. And Villa might just have done enough to see out the danger there. It's still Everton 1, Aston Villa 1.
Well, I'm not too sure who wants half-time more, Aston Villa or Everton, because, you know, when we've been talking how good Aston Villa have been offensively, breaking forward, they find themselves under a lot of pressure at the moment. A couple of great corners put into the box from Luca Digne over on this right-hand side. He gets so much whip and pace on it. It's very hard to defend, but they've had a couple of half chances with Richarlison. Great first touch, tried to work it onto his left foot. Tyrone Mings blocking his shot. But after that, you know, it's just end to end, and I think both sets of players want half-time and they want that whistle to blow.
They do indeed. Well, a final instalment of Game Day Live. We've got for you here the Game Live and exclusive on TalkSport tonight as we tick towards half-time here. As Everton come forward again. They were behind early on, but they've pegged it back. They've ridden their luck defensively on more than one occasion. But they're ending now trying to get themselves in front. Luca Digne on the left. Early cross here for Sigurdsson. Shot block, breaks for Richarlison. Can't get the shot away. And Calvert-Lewin is beaten on the edge of the area. Well, that was a decent chance there. But Villa got bodies in front of it. And the half-time whistle goes. What has been a thoroughly entertaining opening 45 minutes or so here on TalkSport. Villa deservedly in front after Watkins robbed Mason Holgate. He bore down on goal. He slid the ball past Pickford and into the back of it, and Villa deservedly in front, but they were pegged back after an Everton corner floated to the far post, and there was Dominic Calvert-Lewin to power in his 20th Everton goal of the season. But then how Villa haven't scored ahead of the break, I don't know. They've hit the woodwork twice. El Ghazi from close range rattled the crossbar. Barkley from 25 yards out had Pickford beaten, but the ball cannoned off the post, and then Pickford made 5 wonderful saves, particularly denying Watkins and Traore. At the other end, Calvert-Lewin was denied by a Martinez save. How it's 1-1 we don't know. More of the same please in the second half. At half-time at Goodison Park, it's Everton 1, Aston Villa 1. Cheers, Faye. Teams out for the second half. No changes of note, but interesting. D. Smith did have a big smile on his face as he wandered across the turf here at Goodison Park. I think you'll be wondering how his team are not in front. We had 2 goals in that first half, 19 shots at goal. The woodwork hit twice, 7 corners. It was attack, attack, attack. Everton then will be looking here to get all 3 points. You get the feeling a point not really good enough. It would leave them 8th in the table, whereas a win would move them to 6th. Pickford in goal for them. Digne, Holgate, Godfrey and Coleman the back 4. Gomez and Allan in just behind Sigurdsson, Iwobi and Richarlison, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin up top. His 20th Everton goal of the season, levelled it up. Martinez in goal for Villa. Cash, Konsa, Mings and Target the back 4. Douglas Luiz and John McGinn just in front of them, and it's Traore, Barkley and El Ghazi behind Ollie Watkins. We are underway here for the second half, and Villa as they pretty much played in the first half, on the attack, trying to get him down their left-hand side. And the ball with the Wellby edge of his own area. It's played forward. Mings chests the ball down, but Calvert-Lewin nicks it away, plays it up the touchline to Richarlison, playing his 100th Premier League game for Everton. 32 goals in that. And his previous 99, that's not a bad return, is it, for Richarlison?
Well, it's 1 in 3, Mark, and I think what you have to take into consideration, he's played in different positions. Left-hand side, he's played as a striker, he's also played in behind a striker as a 10, he's also played on the right-hand side doing a job for his team. So I think when you look at it, what is it, just about 1 in 3 really, isn't it? He's got more qualities and he's certainly got more goals in him. But I think that will all boil down to what system Carlo Ancelotti plays at Everton with him in it.
Yeah, all forward. Watkins the target. We saw Gareth Southgate at half-time as well. He will have had plenty of food for thought from his English players, as now Watkins is trying to get in behind, and across goes Godfrey, who heads it behind for a corner. Away to our right-hand side, Watkins, who's just gone down, maybe got a knock there. He's just feeling the back of his right leg as he hobbles into the area. He'll be desperate not to pick up any knocks at this time of the season.
No, absolutely, and let's hope it's not his hamstring, because it was an all-out foot race really, wasn't between himself and Ben Godfrey, but he's got himself back onto his feet. I think it was just a little clip on his ankle, but he looks okay. He's working his way back into that 6-yard box. Another
corner then, the 8th of the game so far here. He's going to be swung in from the far side. Pickford surrounded by blue shirts in his own 6-yard box. A bit of jostling as the ball is floated towards the far post. Mings, the target, couldn't get on the end of it. It's shoveled back into the area. And in the end, Conser rather got in the way there, and it's cleared towards halfway. The ball into towards the edge of the Everton box is not a good one, and Richarlison now plays a neat pass, and Calvert-Lewin sprints down the right-hand side. Iwobi waits in the middle. Calvert-Lewin gets to the edge of the penalty area. The Villa players are flooding back, though, and they block off the pass. They have to go back, and now here's Calvert-Lewin wide on the right-hand side. They need him in the penalty areas. Richarlison, a little drop of the shoulder, tried to get in, and Mings slips it forward, and Watkins has got in behind here. Is he going to be onside? The linesman's thinking about putting his flag up. He didn't in the end. Here now is Traore edge of the area. He's dispossessed by Andre Gomez, and Gomez then turns down a bit of a blind alley. He's under pressure here, edge of his own area, and somehow he gets away from both McGinn and Traore, and the ball played up towards halfway, where Richarlison is eased off it, and Conser will have the ball to go back to his goalkeeper.
Well, a couple of occasions there, really good play from Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin over on the right-hand side for Everton. Calvert-Lewin got his head up, but he was looking for somebody in the area, and there was nobody there, so the opportunity went for them. And then there was no pretty football. It was Tyrone Mings, just a long clearance. I wonder, Mark, if they would actually pull that back, if anything come from it, because Ollie Watkins made a nice little run into the channel, but I don't know if he was on or offside. I've not seen a replay of it yet, but they had to play on to see if something came from it, but it didn't eventually. But again, this half has started the way the first one did. It's end to end, it's so open as a football match. We just want to see that little bit of quality in the final third. Players are just growing into this second 45 minutes. No changes, but you can see, nothing seems to have changed apart from Sigurdsson, who moved over to the left-hand side very early on in that first half.
Here's Cash, the one change for the two teams that played last weekend, and he's trying to get on the end of a ball down the right touchline. He will get it as well. Sigurdsson is back defending. Cash just outnumbered then, and the ball off Luca Digne is out for a throw-in right by the corner flag. It's been a very busy Game Day Live here on TalkSport. Earlier on, win for Manchester City, who could win the Premier League title tomorrow if Liverpool win at Old Trafford, as Traore is trying to win a corner for Villa, but he can't do so. The ball cleared away up towards the halfway line, where Conser will just hook the ball into the dugout and out for a throw-in. And then we heard from both camps, Chelsea, Fulham there. Well, Scott Parker defiant, but they're in trouble, aren't they? Big trouble now, Fulham.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for them. I think 9 points behind Newcastle, I think it is, with 4 games left. And when you look at the performances, they've got to improve, because they just haven't scored enough goals, Mark.
Here's Calvert-Lewin, picks up the ball, trying to drive his way in towards the edge of the area, but the ball cannons off him and goes behind for a goal kick. We are live and exclusive tonight on TalkSport, and Premier League action continues on Monday night, where we will be live and exclusive on TalkSport 2. West Brom Wolves. West Brom, another team deep in trouble, but Wolves not in great form. That is live from 6 o'clock on Monday night on TalkSport 2. Make sure you download the app. It's free in all the usual places and very, very easy to use. Great skill from Alan. Gets the ball away to Gomez. Lucadinha's made a great run into the edge of the area. He's found now on the left-hand side. Puts it across into the 6-yard box, and the keeper does well. He was brave there because Mings was going to clear it, and Martinez got the ball away from him and gathers it nicely. And now Villa are coming forward. McGinn, who plays a first-time ball for Watkins. Godfrey's going across to close him down. Watkins edge of the area, lays it back to El Ghazi. El Ghazi had it on his right foot, then he rolled it back onto his left foot, evades one challenge, gets it back to Watkins. He feeds it back to Barkley. Barkley goes past Gomez, looks for the give and go. Watkins goes for the shot on the edge of the 18-yard box, then hooks the ball past himself and into the arms of the goalkeeper Jordan Pickford. Still 1-1.
Well, again, you know, we've had a couple of half chances in front of us. Brilliant skill from Alan in the centre of midfield, taking two players out of play. Well worked over onto the left-hand side. Lovely ball into the box, and super goalkeeping again from Martinez. But then it's Everton who pick the ball up. They break into the 18-yard box and just couldn't get it out of his feet. El Ghazi, he tried to chop it onto his right foot. He had to go back out wide, and the opportunity had gone.
Ball from Andre Gomez was fizzed over the shoulder of Gylfi Sigurdsson, who hung his leg out as high as his hamstrings would let him, but couldn't bring it down, and it's out for a throw-in. We've had almost 7 minutes in the second half. Mike Wilson and Mickey Gray live at Goodison Park, where it is Everton 1, Aston Villa 1. And the point, probably not what either side want, and probably what neither side will feel they deserve. They'll feel that they could have both won this game, and we'll find out if we do get a winner here exclusively on TalkSport, as the ball back from Konsa, back to his goalkeeper. Here's Douglas Luiz, who was booked in that first half, rather unfortunately, if I can say that. Ball tried to play across field by Villa, and it's turned over. It cannons off a play. Here's Richarlison driving forward on his 100th Everton Premier League appearance, but he tried to feed it to Calvert-Lewin, and the ball was never really on. Barkley going forward, gives it to McGinn. McGinn under pressure is giving it straight to Iwobi. The blue shirts flooding forward here. Calvert-Lewin's run offside, so Iwobi goes for the chip, and he sliced it well wide in the end. A poor effort on a good chance.
And Everton, it's now Aston Villa now giving the ball away in their own half. A couple of occasions, some scrappy little passes across to the left-hand side. Iwobi this time picking the ball up. He tries to get himself into the 18-yard box, but he never really gets himself set. He tries to loop it over Martinez, but he just gets too much leverage on it, and it's just no chance. Goes nowhere near the goal.
Here's Alan, picks the ball up on the halfway line. He drives forward towards the edge of the area. Is he going to shoot? He is. Takes a deflection and goes behind, but it was off. If it was a deflection, it was off an Everton player, and it is a goal kick.
He seems to be claiming for a corner there, Alan. Good play from him. A great drive and run to the edge of the 18-yard box. Works it really well onto his right foot. Not known for his goals. Didn't really threaten the goal there, to be honest with you. But it's when the ball goes around that midfield area. It's like, I'll play it to one of my teammates. I'll get myself turned. I'll see what's in front of me, and then we'll try and make something happen for Aston Villa and for Everton. But it's Alan who's seen a lot of the ball in the second half.
Well, the ball over the top. Watkins again has got in behind Godfrey here. The flag hasn't gone up. He feeds it into the edge of the area. Here's a chance shot deflected wide, El Ghazi, and now the flag does go up. Did look like Watkins had just gone a yard too early. It's an interesting battle, that, isn't it? He's playing off Godfrey at the moment, and he looks, pace-wise, to have the beating of him.
Yeah, and every single time you can see when one of the Villa players are on the ball, they know what run Watkins is going to make, and he's a willing runner. He's always trying to get on the shoulder of the centre half, and in the second 45 it's Ben Godfrey. He's just drifting over to that right hand side, and when he gets over there, you're right, he has got the beating him for the pace. He just needs to work on his first touch. A couple of the times it's spun away from him, but if he can get himself turned and set himself down a little bit, he's going to get a 1v1 situation again in this second half.
Well, Pickford's having a bit of a debate with the assistant referee as to where the free kick for offside should be taken, because he felt Watkins was inside the 10. Eventually they're all told to get on with it, and that's what they'll do. Pickford all in green, just on the edge of his area, will knock the ball left-footed over the halfway line. He's looking towards Richarlison. Mings wins header, but it falls to Richarlison. In the area, he finds it across goal from a really tight angle, and he pulls his shot just past the far post. Well, that was almost something out of nothing. Route 1 stuff. Mings, not a great header. Richarlison, the angle just a little bit too tight.
Yeah, well, I was just wondering if there was any communication from Martinez to his centre-halves and Tyrone Mings in that situation, because it's got a lot of pace on the ball. It looks as if it's just going to drift back into the goalkeeper's hands. Tyrone Mings then tries to clear his lines. He gets his header completely wrong, and it gives Richarlison a really good opportunity. Yes, it's a tight angle, but no, he's got that quality when it drifted onto his left foot, but he just spooned it wide.
He did indeed. Ball out of play for a throw-in over on the far side for Everton. Coleman will take it. Here's Calvert-Lewin, back to Coleman. Coleman running the wrong way at the moment. He's just dribbled the ball 30 yards back towards his own goal there, and eventually they'll go back to Jordan Pickford, who has it on the penalty spot. He just rolls the ball out to Holgate. Holgate comes forward, gives it to Gomez. Back now to Godfrey. Godfrey out wide now. Here's Iwobi. Iwobi just tickles the ball forward for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's got room to turn. Finds Richarlison. Here is Alan again. Comes into the centre circle, goes through the centre circle, finds Richarlison. Richarlison then switches play, back out wide on the right. Here's Iwobi, 3 blue shirts waiting for the cross in the middle. Couple of step overs, cross deflected and hammered away by Mings. Good defending at the near post to thump it out for a throw-in over on the far side.
I think that's the first time I've seen Everton build up from the back and be very patient with their football. Worked it out to the full-backs, they then went into midfield areas, they played it out wide, they went driven through the middle, and it looked very good.
It did. Here's Cash though, going the other way now. Lucadinha's back defended. Here's Traore, level with the edge of the box. Or for the first time tonight, his touches let him down, and he's really frustrated with himself there. He's been really good tonight. Traore denied by Pickford, that wonderful one-handed save when the ball was looping over the England goalkeeper and into the back of the net. Somehow Pickford kept it out, and it is still Everton 1, Aston Villa 1. We've had 12 minutes of the second half at Goodison Park, and the attacking intent still there from both sides as Richarlison eased off the ball. Carlo Ancelotti was appealing for a free kick, but nothing doing. Douglas Luiz on halfway has the ball, gets it away. Here's Ross Barkley. He had a shot that thumped off the post with Pickford beaten in the first half. Will he get another sighter against his former club here on his old stomping ground at Goodison Park? You're listening live on TalkSport as Mings has it at the back, and he now is Konsa, goes back to his goalkeeper. You'd have to say probably start of the second half, Mickey, Everton have been the more aggressive.
Yeah, they have. I don't think the tempo was ever going to be what it was in the first 45 minutes. It has calmed down a little bit, but you're right, it's Everton who are now on the front foot. You can see the back line of Aston Villa. You know, it's in line with the 18-yard box, the edge of the 18-yard box, whereas in the first half they were pushed up a lot higher, which they were able to win the ball higher, and that's how they caught Everton on the counter-attack, which they've not really been able to do so far in the second 45.
El Ghazi just did really well there to hold off Coleman, and eventually, well, he thought he'd run a throw in. The ball's bouncing and spinning all over, and eventually El Ghazi does win a throw in right on the halfway line. I mentioned the football we've got coming up. We've got a double header for you on Tuesday night. Luton, Rotherham still alive at the bottom of the Championship. If they can win, that would pile the pressure on Derby County. They meet Tuesday night. It's live on TalkSport 211 exclusive. Meanwhile on TalkSport 8 o'clock Tuesday night, Manchester City against Paris Saint-Germain. Mark Saggers with Jim Proudfoot and Trevor Sinclair live there for that one. And then on Wednesday, Chelsea, Real Madrid. Mark Saggers with Jim Proudfoot and Ali McCoist for that one. Plenty of live football still to come. And of course, Roma against Manchester United, that second leg, which should be a formality for Manchester United, is live on TalkSport Thursday night. Download the app, take us with you. Villa are playing out from the back here, and now they decide to go long. It's over Traore, it's headed back inside the Villa half, and Andre Gomez bundled over Cash, and that's a free kick, and a cheap one really.
Yeah, it was a cheap foul. I think Aston Villa would be pleased about that. They're starting to try and build up from the back themselves at the moment, aren't they? It's certainly calmed down the game. We haven't had as many opportunities so far in this second 45 minutes. I think the quality's just been a little bit scrappy in that final third. You can see what Aston Villa are trying to do. They're trying to get Ollie Watkins on the turn when they get the chance to play it in behind. I thought they were just going to try that on that occasion there. But Everton now, Richarlison starting to grow into the game. Alan, who started the second half, really, really good. He's getting on the ball a lot.
McGinn was caught by Godfrey. And that will be a free kick. So I'm looking at that yellow card that Douglas Luiz got, and that foul there from Godfrey is far worse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not a word said.
I'm just wondering, Simon Hooper maybe felt a little bit left out in the game, so he thought he had to do something, which is why he gave Douglas Luiz that yellow card in the first 45 minutes, because it was never a foul. Richarlison was always going to go to ground. He had nowhere to run. But you're right to mention that foul there. That was more of a yellow card.
It was indeed. There's a lot of activity down on the benches. I'm not sure whether we're going to get some changes imminent, but at the moment it remains 1-1 here. Villa, who were in front on 13 minutes. Ollie Watkins with a goal. His 13th Premier League goal of the season was cancelled out by Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and the ball over the top for Richarlison. Towards the edge of the area he goes. He tries to lay the ball back. Sigurdsson could have hit it, and he tried the fancy pass to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and he couldn't find him, and a good chance goes begging. And now going the other way, Villa tried to break, but the pass from McGinn hit Barkley, who was trying to step over it. It was aimed at Watkins, and Everton have the ball back, but again, just one ball forward, and this time it was a Villa defence in trouble.
That's right, they got caught out. Richarlison got in behind Aston Villa, just didn't have that burst of pace to get away from Konsa and Matty Cash. He had to come back, and when he laid out to Sigurdsson, I think you're right, Mark, he should have took the strike on. He's got the quality to do it.
Well, here's Richarlison on the volley. Again, it's a ball over the top, and again, he had the beating of Ezra Konsa, and his shot from an angle was straight at the goalkeeper. It's still 1-1. Villa are almost just leaving bodies forward, trying to play on the break here, and they go flooding over halfway now. Traore down the right-hand side, cuts back infield. He's got Douglas Luiz just to the side of him. He went back to Matty Cash instead, and Villa will build from halfway. Konsa gets it away to Mings. Mings, no one in front of him, just rolls the ball out to Target on the far side. Here's McGinn, back to Target, and Villa just playing keep ball now, trying to draw Everton out so they can hit them, as Mings now goes for the long ball. Watkins trying to get in behind. Godfrey slices the ball, it'll go out for a corner. He was there, Watkins again, he got in behind. He's causing Godfrey all sorts of problems.
Wow.
Corner Villa.
Talk about stretching your hamstrings. Ben Godfrey's just had to do that himself. Last ditch challenge again. Lovely little ball down the line from Tyrone Mings. I thought he had nowhere to go, but a beautiful ball with his left foot, and you're always going to get that run from Watkins. But again, it's end-to-end football, as we saw in the first 45 minutes. Richarlison with that chance to just keep falling to his wrong foot, his left foot. He needs one on his right foot.
He does indeed. Mings and Konsa making their way into the penalty area. The corner about to be taken. A lot of bodies again in the 6-yard box here in front of Jordan Pickford. They're going to play it short. Here's Watkins back to goal, about 8 yards out. He's going to drill across goal. Dina clears it, hits a Villa man, goes back into the area. Here's Mings now, tries to outpace Gomez. He'll keep the ball in on the near side, but he's got nobody with him. And then he miscontrolled it, and he went out for a throw-in. All the much ado about nothing for Tyrone Mings there. But what a ball in that was from Watkins.
I can't believe some of the defending we're seeing. I mean, Ollie Watkins has stood in the 18-yard box with nobody around him. It's a simple little pass into his feet. He gets away from Allen, he gets to the byline, puts a lovely ball into the area with his left foot along the ground. All it's looking for is just somebody just to side foot it and tap it into the back of the net. Fortunately, Everton have got somebody in the way, and they've cleared their lines yet again. But again, you talked about this in the first 45 minutes. Defensively, both sides have been very poor.
Well, here's Barkley, tries to fizz the pass to Traore. It's out for a throw-in. You are listening to Everton against Aston Villa on TalkSport with Now. Don't forget, with Now, you can watch Newcastle versus Arsenal and Manchester United against Liverpool live tomorrow on Sky Sports for just $9.99. Search Now Sports for more details. 1-1 here at Goodison Park. Both sides desperately trying to win it. And if Everton started the second half the better, you'd have to say Villa have replied now and look a threat themselves as they come forward up towards halfway. McGinn, little drop of the shoulder, feeds it wide to Cash. Cash cuts in off the touchline. Carlo Ancelotti is on the edge of his technical area. He's doing a lot of pointing at the moment. He doesn't look overly pleased. His team were outplayed for large parts of the first half, but we're all level here as Watkins is bundled over, and that will be a free kick against Everton.
I think we're getting to that point now, Mark, in the game where there is going to be changes. You know, you just touched on it before. I think, the coaches were out. Carlo Ancelotti, Dean Smith was in his technical area, and they were having a conversation of maybe having a look at where they can make that change. Richarlison, I don't think will come off the field, but that's who Ancelotti was pointing at, because he stopped now working back He's the lone striker, if you like. Calvert-Lewin's a little bit deeper than he is now. But on an Aston Villa perspective as well, I mean, how much running can Ollie Watkins do? I mean, you can't take him off. He's been outstanding in the game. But do they need to make a change just to freshen things up?
Yeah, they've not got too much attacking threat on the bench. Obviously, Wesley's making his comeback after that horrendous knee problem. He was a sub against West Brom last weekend. As the ball now floated towards the penalty area for Villa, headed back across goal by Konsa, cleared away. Sigurdsson got caught there. You could hear the crack as he cleared it. I think he's maybe caught the studs, but he's up. Fair play to him. It will be a free kick, and that is all. And again, there's movement on the Everton bench, but still no sign of a substitution. It's 1-1 here. You're live on TalkSport. Mark Wilson and Mickey Gray, all part of Game Day Live. Another huge weekend of sport ahead of us across the TalkSport network as well. Are we heading to an all-English Champions League final? We'll find out on TalkSport Tuesday and Wednesday night. Can't wait for those two.
There's something about Champions League football game. I mean, they just never let you down. I'm not saying that the Premier League does on occasions. It probably does, but I mean, those four teams, unbelievable.
Yeah, here's Barkley. We'll play it forward. Here's Watkins on the turn, on halfway, feeds it back to Barkley, steps away from Andre Gomez. Referee could have blown, but let's play go on. Ball fed forward. Here now is Douglas Luiz. Villa coming forward nicely. Watkins' touch just lets him down on the edge of the area, and Everton can pass it away. 24 minutes left here. We've not quite had the goal threat we had in the first half, but you get the feeling there are more twists and turns to come here at Goodison. Villa not won here in their last 9 attempts as El Ghazi drives towards the edge of the area, feeds it out wide on the left, crosses stood up towards Watkins, but Pickford decisively comes out and collects it. Good goalkeeper.
Yeah, fantastic from Jordan there. That's how you command your 18-yard box. When that ball comes into your area, you just move everybody out of the way, you pluck it out of the sky. Didn't really have a lot of pace on it, to be brutally honest with you, across that come into the area, so it was a clean catch for Jordan. And as I'm saying that now,
well, look at he's just
down.
Yeah, gone down as he was running away to almost try and get on the end of Pickford's throw out, and he's gone down, and just saw the signal down below from Everton that feels they're going to have to make a change here, but the physio is out attending to. But Digne, he's rolling, he's writhing in agony here.
Yeah.
Has he pulled something, or?
He's came together, Mark, with Ollie Watkins, and it was pretty much the same as Targett did in the first 45 minutes. He's got his ankle caught under Ollie Watkins. No malice in it whatsoever, but he just had nowhere to plant his foot when he was trying to get away from him as Jordan Pickford picked that ball out of the sky. I mean, he's coming across to the touchline here. He looks as if he's going to be okay. I mean, he's important. They need him back on the field because of his quality with his left foot. It's going to be painful for a couple of minutes, but I'm sure he can run that one off.
Yeah, hopefully he can. He's gone back on the field anyway, but never nice to see a player go down like that. It is 1-1 here. We've got a quarter of the game left. Are we going to get a winner? Ball played forward. Here's Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Great first touch. Then he claims he was fouled, but the ball is allowed to play on. El Ghazi back to Targett. Targett feeds it to Douglas Luiz. He gets it away to El Ghazi. Then back to Ollie Watkins. So Watkins and Dominic Calvert-Lewin with the goals in the first half. The two top scorers on show here, both on the score sheet, and both could have had more goals as well. Both denied by the goalkeeper in their bid to double their target. Ball out wide. Villa left, played forward. Again, the chase is on. Out comes Pickford here, and Pickford clears decisively downfield. The ball's out for a throw that Villa want to take quickly, and Watkins is just having a breather there, and the ball bounced at his feet. He's got to get back on with it. He can't be offside, of course. Here is Barkley, gets the ball back. Just had a touch there to get it away to Douglas Luiz, and everybody back inside the Everton half as Villa look to get themselves back in front. Here's Traore on the right touchline, back to Cash with the ball over the top. McGinn realising no one was after it, and maybe there Holgate needed a shout because he had time there, didn't he, to bring that down, but he's headed it out for a throw-in.
I don't think there's been any communication whatsoever at the back, and we just touched on it, Mark, didn't we, about changes, and I think we're going to get one right now.
Yeah, Fabian Delph is coming on. He will replace Andre Gomez, so Delph comes into the action. It's been an injury hit campaign for him, hasn't it? This is just his 7th appearance, a former Villa player, of course. If you'd have had fans here, I'm sure the away end would be giving him some stick here as Villa try and win the ball deep in Everton's half, but it skips away and behind for a goal kick.
Well, it's interesting. I'm just having a look at a few of the little stats in front of me, Mark. Well, in the first half, I think Everton had 52% to Aston Villa's 48. Well, that's completely turned on its head, and we've touched on the patience in the football from Aston Villa at the back. It's gone up a little bit. I mean, it's 55% to the away side, but I think that what that basically says to me is they've gone from back to front, Everton, a lot quicker than what they did in the first 45 minutes. So that's something that Carlo Ancelotti must have touched on at half-time to his players, just to say, look, don't overplay. You've got the pace up front. If you've got pace, let's try and use it to our own ability.
1-1 then, here on TalkSport. Matt Wilson, Mickey Gray and Frank Carruthers with the action here in the Premier League. There's a ball cleared away by Villa towards halfway. Neat first touch from Holgate, but a shocking second one as he slices it out for a throw-in. Andre Gomez replaced by Fabian Delph, as we said, former Villa player, and he's on the ball now. Heads it down towards Holgate, who thought about going back to Pickford. Here is Delph. Just rolls the ball out to Luca Digne, who looks to have shaken off that knock. He gets the ball back off Sigurdsson. A bit of a nutmeg there. Cash caught him. He says he didn't, and Dean Smith he's got his hands on his head. He can't believe that's a free kick right in front of him as well.
A super play from Digne, a little nutmeg on Matty Cash there, and I think there was just a little bit of contact on his ankle as he tried to run round him, and he lost the ball. So I think again Simon Hooper's just brought the play back. Dean Smith's never going to be happy about that, is he? Because he doesn't think there's a foul there, but there was contact.
Well, here's the ball forward to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, edge of the area, retreats back 30 yards, great touch from him. Luca Digne's made a great run down the left-hand side. He gets there just in time, will put in the ball, it deflects, Luke's up in the air, and Martinez will catch it at the near post under no pressure whatsoever. It remains 1-1, 19 minutes remaining here.
Just looking at the fullbacks, Mark, of Everton, you would think, because of what happened in the first half, maybe Ancelotti would say to Digne and Coleman, look, just stay alongside your centre-halves, make it difficult for Aston Villa to break us down. But Digne just keeps bombing forward and forward and forward every opportunity he gets. He wants to play as a wing-back because he's got that much quality in the final third. You can understand why. He's a match winner with the quality that he puts into the area. So he's got to leave gaps on occasions behind him.
Traore, who's not been as prominent in this second half, but does well there. But McGinn just outnumbered. Then he tries to bundle over Fabian Delph, who just walked past him there. Delph has it in the centre circle. Back here to Godfrey, feeds it to Holgate. Holgate on the halfway line. Are we going to get a winner here? As the ball goes all the way back to Pickford. You are listening to Everton against Aston Villa on TalkSport with WeBuyAnyCar.com. Don't part exchange, get money off your next car. WeBuyAnyCar.com. Ball on the halfway line. Villa have it. McGinn it is on this near side. He's not got any room to work with and he's denied by Allen. Great skill on the touchline from the Brazilian. He cuts back in field, wins the throw-in, and everybody in the dugouts down below was appealing for their side to be given the throw-in.
Any advantage you can have, that's what they're aiming for. It's interesting to talk about Fabian Delph, Mark, isn't it? I think it's not really got going for him at Everton at all, has it? Since he's moved from Man City, he's had injuries, he's not really had that run of games, that consistency, because I think if you do start getting that out of him, he's got great energy, he's a fiery little character, he's somebody who you'd like to have on your team, but he needs a run of football matches just to prove to everybody that he's still got it.
Yeah, he does. Another free kick given away. It will be deemed to a foul target over on the far side. 17 remaining here. All going to be not forward by Tyrone Mings. Building up to a huge weekend next weekend, the culmination of the Football League season. If you were with us earlier on, Norwich champions of the Championship. It's still all to play for at the bottom of the Championship. How nervy is that going to be? We'll have a live commentary next weekend from the Championship. Derby, Sheffield, Wednesday. Lose that and you're pretty much gone. Certainly for Sheffield Wednesday. There's a ball sliced up in the air by Villa. Everton have it on the halfway line. Bundled over there was Calvert-Lewin. Congratulations to Hull. They won the League One title today. And Peterborough came back from 3-0 down to draw 3-0 with Lincoln. That got them up. I'm surprised Adrian Durham kept his composure on air when the third goal went in, but he did. That consigns Mickey Gray's Sunderland to the playoffs.
I'm surprised he hasn't messaged me today. That third goal was never a penalty, was it?
I have seen it, you've seen it. I have yet to see anyone that does think it was a penalty, but Peterborough don't care. It's in the book now. They drew 3-3. They're in the Championship after a long time away. They went down with that record points haul, didn't they? But they're back now. as the ball goes back to Pickford. It's 1-1 here. The second half not quite kicked on as the first half did, but there's still plenty of time for a winner here. And Everton, who are going for that European place, really do need all 3 points here. The home form has been abysmal, really, but they've got a chance here with Sigurdsson in the centre circle. Feeds it out wide. Lucadinha just forces him wide, but he'll keep it in, level with the edge of the area. Down the left, lays it back to Fabian Delph. He squares the ball here to Alan, back to Delph. They're waiting in the middle. Ball goes towards Calvert-Lewin, leapt in the air, break edge of the area, good defending, and it is a foul as Sigurdsson got it, hit the shot, and it was straight into the arms of Martinez, but the referee had blown the whistle, and we are getting another Everton change. Bernard about to come on, and he's coming on for Alex Iwobi, who's not really been involved. A late inclusion after James Rodriguez pulled out in the warm-up injured, and his evening is cut short. Bernard comes on for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, first 45 minutes I thought he was pretty decent, Alex Iwobi. He's played more minutes this evening than he was maybe expecting to. A late change for James Rodriguez, and he just gets a handshake from Ancelotti as he comes off the field there. Not really worked for him in the second 45, and they do need to freshen it up, Everton. So that quality that Bernard has got with that left foot of his, just wait to see what position he's going to pick up. It looks like he's just dropped in behind Calvert-Lewin, which is a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, it is. 1-1 here. As Villa attack, Watkins beaten to it this time by Holgate. Holgate's error really let Watkins in for the opening goal on 13 minutes. He made no mistake from just inside the box. But the lead only 6 minutes. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's 20th Everton goal of the season as he headed in powerfully from a corner. 1-1, but Villa hit the woodwork twice in that first half. Pickford made at least 5 top-class saves that I can recall. One from Traore was absolutely outstanding, and a couple from Watkins as well in amongst that. But it remains 1-1 here, and Villa have a throw-in on the halfway line. Yet to make a change as they look now. Traore's trying to get in behind here, and he's in the area. Can he get the shot away? He can, but he can't control it. And again, the flag goes up belatedly, but he snuck in on the blind side, but the official on the near side said he'd gone too early. Free kick Everton.
Yeah, and again, they just keep looking for that ball in between the two centre-halves, and Ollie Watkins, he just keeps spinning in behind. I don't actually think on this occasion it was him in an offside position. It was more Traore drifting in from the right-hand side. He got inside Lucadinha, but I think he made his run just a little bit too early. His first touch was too high, couldn't get it down. He tried to take his shot a little bit too early. The flag was behind him, so he wasn't to know he was offside, but he certainly did when that whistle was blown.
Free kick for Pickford, hammers it long. Headed away there into the path of Bernard. Bernard into the area, stands up the cross towards the far post. It's headed away. Will it fall for Sigurdsson, edge of the area? Douglas Luiz eases him off the ball. Everton get it back. Alain looking for the give and go on the edge of the area. Sigurdsson though works it out wide on the right hand side. Coleman just nudges it down the touchline. Chance to put the cross in. There's only Calvert-Lewin in the middle waiting for it though, as Delph gets it to Bernard. Bernard has it about 30 yards out from goal. He'll ease the pass out to Lucadinha. The pass, heavy touch, but he did well to get away from Traore and wins a throw in on the near side. Not enough blue shirts in the box there for anybody to put a cross into.
No, we only had one player to aim for, Bernard, but a cheeky little cross from a nice little play. Worked it really well onto his left foot. Oh, again, Everton taking chances at the back. You have to say it's brilliant played from Mason Holgate in the end. A little Cruyff, but it's last man. If that goes wrong, they're in trouble, but it looks fantastic when it comes off.
It does. Here's Richarlison, pounces on a pass from Mings. Tries to slide it through to Calvert-Lewin, but Mings redeems himself with a good interception. Tries to hammer it forward. They get a bit of a lucky break there, Villa. Ball to Watkins. Switches play to Traore. First touch is good. Look at Cash. Like an Olympic sprinter here down the right-hand side. Traore, though, goes inside. Douglas Luiz, edge of the area. Onto his left foot. Oh, he went down. He was looking for a penalty, I think, but Alain won the ball fair and square. Now it's Everton with Calvert-Lewin who will come forward. He sprints, he's running straight at Konsa. Konsa's backing off. Calvert-Lewin within 25 yards. A goal, goes for the shot, but puts it wide. The England man trying to get his second of the night, but he can't hit the target. Still 1-1.
Again, we're talking about end-to-end football. It's Aston Villa who are actually on the break. Luiz gets pickpocketed at the edge of the 18-yard box. Brilliant challenge from Alain, and that sets Everton off. Lovely little ball up to Calvert-Lewin, who then starts running at the back line of Aston Villa, and for once he works it really well onto his right foot, and all he has to try and do is hit the target. and he just scuffs a little bit towards the left-hand side, but he's growing into it, Calvert-Lewin. You start giving him space and opportunities, he's searching for that second goal and the all-important winning goal in this football match, because, as you said, Mark, on a couple of times in commentary, somebody needs to win this football match. A draw is not good enough.
No, would leave Everton in 8th. They do play West Ham, who are 5th at the moment, next weekend, and they meet Villa again. As the ball worked down this near side, here's Traore driving forward. Are Villa going to get themselves in front? Here's El Ghazi, edge of the area, right-footed shot. What a strike! El Ghazi puts Villa in front. It's a right-foot perler. No chance for Pickford. Villa are in front. Everton 1, Villa 2.
Wow. Well, we just said somebody needs to go and win this football match, and it was going to be a bit of quality and a bit of class. Well, we've just had a wonderful play on the right-hand side from Traore, a little give and go. He plays a ball over to the left-hand side, and when it comes to El Ghazi's feet, it's a touch out of his feet with his right foot, and he just curls it past Jordan Pickford into that top left-hand corner. Outstanding finish. And it's all that Aston Villa deserved because of those chances he had in the first 45 minutes. They've come out in the second half, they've tried to keep it nice and tight, they've waited for their opportunities, but when it's come, we wanted that bit of quality, and what a finish. Give Jordan Pickford absolutely no chance in that Everton goal. 2-1 Aston Villa.
He scored against West Bromwich Albion last week. It's his 8th Premier League goal of the campaign, and Everton are losing at Goodison Park again. They've got 9 minutes left. Their European ambitions are fading away here in front of their very eyes. Villa, it's a wonderful strike from El Ghazi, and it puts Villa back in front here. There's a ball on halfway. Everton cleared it, but it bounces off, and Watkins is up against Pickford, who Pickford comes out and smashed it down the field, but it's gone out. We are going to get an instant change here from Carlo Ancelotti as Sigurdsson will make way and Josh King comes on. It's the last roll of the dice for Carlo Ancelotti.
I just wonder if he might have changed his mind there, Ancelotti, but there's no point. They might as well go and lose the game 3-1. Why do you not leave somebody like Sigurdsson on and bring Josh King onto the field? I'm not too sure who you could bring off, to be honest with you, but when you're chasing a football match like they are at the moment, Mark, and they need to get something out of it, well, they actually need a win. You need your forward players. Josh King, as we talked in the build-up to this game, he's not had too many opportunities. He's not really shown us how good of a player he is in an Everton shirt at the moment. So I don't know if that one works for me, to be honest with you.
Well, Villa looking for their 8th Premier League away win. That's some haul, that, isn't it, for Villa?
Yeah.
8 away wins in the Premier League.
Fantastic. I think that's a record for them as well, isn't it? Which is unbelievable. They've been fantastic away from home. I think Dean Smith will be thrilled to pieces with his team.
Ball now hammered in the air by Tyrone Mings. He'll have to go and head this himself, but he's beaten by King. Here now is Richarlison. Little back heel for Bernard. Bernard into the area, went down just on the edge of the area. It was a coming together more than a foul. And the ball through to Martinez, who will collect it. I think Mings is just stretching out maybe a little bit of cramp there. He was heavily involved in that passage of play.
Yeah, he's trotting away at the moment, isn't he? He's been very good in the second half, Tyrone Mings. They were all over the place defensively in the first half, Aston Villa, as were Everton, but I think he's come out in the second half, he's composed himself, he's played some really good football, and he's been defending very, very well.
All over on the far side with El Ghazi. Is he going to be the match winner? His 8th goal of the season. He won't have scored many better than that one. Here's McGinn, picks up a loose ball. Oh, it's a poor pass though from Barkley straight to Josh King. And here now Everton coming forward. Douglas Luiz makes the challenge. Ball breaks to Traore, and again his first touch is brilliant, and again he looks to go forward. He gets the ball back, he hammers the shot, and it's just over the top. He hit it on the half volley, and Pickford was glad that one was rising over the crossbar. Still Everton 1, Villa 2.
Well, why not? Why not take the chance on? Because he had nobody in front of him. He worked it himself. Super play. Got it onto his left foot, and you could sense Jordan Pickford was off his line. And just a little bit lower, he might have caused him a big problem there, but he just got a little bit too much leverage on it, and it was never going to threaten the goal. But super play again from Villa, winning the ball back from Everton.
And here's Ross Barkley, little give and go on the halfway line. El Ghazi will get on the end of it. Watkins takes it away from him. The ball then to El Ghazi, who's up against Coleman, who got first run on him. And Coleman will surely have to go back to Pickford here. He's just hesitated a moment. plays it forward. Alan has it just on halfway. He comes forward now. Everton chasing an equaliser for the second time in this game, but time running out as Traore gets back again. Oh, he tried to flick over Lucadinha. That was a mistake. Here's King now. King rolls it down the near side, signed from Bournemouth, yet to start in the Premier League for Everton, yet to score as well for them. He's been used as a substitute as Fabian Delph comes forward. He gets it away. Everton going now forward. Bernard picking up some good positions just in behind Calvert-Lewin. Feeds the ball to Richarlison. Richarlison back to Bernard. Everton have got everybody forward here. Notably Watkins is staying forward, trying to offer them an out ball as the ball breaks to King. 25 yards out. He thought about shooting. He will shoot, and he hammers the shot just wide of the post. He had room to hit it, but he couldn't hit the target.
I bet his eyes lit up there, Josh King. It worked it really well. It all just opened up for him. He got it onto his right foot. He's done everything. He's got a nice strike. He's just tried to play it in the corner past Martinez, but he misses the target. Talking about unwanted records, Mark, I think if this is the 8th home defeat for Everton, isn't that is a record for
it?
It
is in the Premier League, 38 game season. It would be a record home defeat. And you always, you look at Everton and Goodison Park and you think this place is a bit of a fortress, but it hasn't been this season. Maybe the absence of fans will lead to that. Here's Barkley back to goal, 30 yards out. He's got El Ghazi with him. El Ghazi on the front foot. Looks to get the crossing, but then he scampers away towards the far touchline side. And now a free kick after they're bundled over. It's currently Everton 1, Aston Villa 2 for the latest odds. Head to Betfair, the official betting partner of TalkSport's Premier League coverage. Right now you can get Everton at 49-1, Villa at 1-4 on, and the draw at 5-1. That's all thanks to Betfair. More ways to bet, more ways to win. 18+. BeGambleAware.org. Villa leading by 2-1 here on TalkSport, and it's they who are looking more likely to get another goal. They've got a free kick here, and to be fair, they've sent everybody forward for it.
Yeah, they have. Trying to finish this game off if they possibly can with that third and all-important goal. But again, you would think that Dean Smith maybe might say to his players, look, or even his centre-halves, maybe one of you just stay back, but they've filled that box up.
And everybody's back for Everton, which is interesting as well. 3.5 minutes left. Free kick floated towards goal. Pickford should deal with it and does under no real threat. We're about to see Jacob Ramsey for Villa, who's stripped and ready to go, as Ollie Watkins just obstructing Pickford to the extent where the referee gives Pickford a free kick, and he'll take it out on the edge of his own area. Live and exclusive on TalkSport. Don't forget, more live football to come on TalkSport 2 from the Premier League. West Bromwich Albion Wolves is live and exclusive on TalkSport 2, 6 o'clock on Monday evening. Here's Fabian Delph, tries to play the ball over the top for King, who's going to have to be quick to keep that in. Always looked a little bit too deep, and it bounces away and behind for a goal kick. Here comes the change, and it's going to be Bertrand Traore that comes off. He sprints off. I'm not sure Dean Smith would be too happy with that. slow down, he says.
Yeah, absolutely. Every second counts. They'll want to slow things down. I don't think Martinez will be rushing to take this goal kick either, but they've made that change there. Ramsey coming on. He's a very good player, talented when he gets the ball onto his right foot. He's got that quality. He can beat players. Well, he's going to get at least 5 or 6 minutes over on this right hand side. He'll be really looking forward to that, just to say to his manager, look, I'm here, I want my minutes, I want to play as much as I possibly can, and he's got a chance to be on a winning team.
He has. And they get on the ball here as well, although Lucadinha reaches round and slings him on the floor as he wins the ball. McGinn takes it down the touchline, wanted to win a throwing off Fabian Delph, and he does in the end, down by the corner flag. We've got 2 minutes of the 90 remaining here. Everton 1, Aston Villa 2. Anwar El Ghazi with 10 minutes remaining. A wonderful right foot shot curled past Pickford to put Villa in front for the second time here today. And now they've got it down by the corner flag. They're trying to waste every second they can. McGinn will win. I thought he was going to win another throw-in, but he kept the ball in there, and then Cash theatrically falls over. The officials having none of it. It's a throw into Everton.
Yeah, well, they need to get on with it.
Time ticking away here as the ball played forward. Home form has been the Achilles heel of Everton, and it is going to be another home defeat as it stands, unless we get a late leveller. We're into the final minute of the 90. Digne finds Bernard. Bernard finds King. King trying to hold it up. He's eased off the ball. Too easy that for Villa. Ball fired forward. Watkins the target. Mings on the halfway line wins another header. Finds Barkley, who tried to find El Ghazi, who then rugby tackles Allen, and that will be... Now, there can be no complaints about that yellow card, but it's El Ghazi now who's rolling on the floor that claims he was caught by Allen. Referee steps in here, and this is going to eat up a few seconds and may well add a little bit of injury time at the end of the 90 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Allen got himself, his body in between ball and man. El Ghazi just pulling on the back of Allen's shoulder there. There's no question about that. It has to be a yellow card. I mean, he's given a couple of yellow cards, Simon Hooper, Mark, hasn't he? But for the game itself, the way he's let it flow has been absolutely top draw. It really has, because it's been end to end. We haven't really had any malicious challenges. You know, there's been a bit of physicality about the game, but overall, to watch this game from start to finish, it's had kind of everything, to be honest with you. Defensive mistakes, we've had some wonderful goals, we've had some individual really quality performances as well, and that's pretty much down to the players, but plus the referee to let it flow.
Yeah, only 3 minutes of added on time for Villa to survive here. They've just cleared away Pickford's free kick. They'll get the ball back, Pickford. Watkins is going to chase him down, so Pickford will have to go long towards this near side. Is that too high for Lucadinha? Well, Cash made sure it was, and he headed it out, but the ball had already gone out of play. So only 3 added on minutes, and we're going to see another Villa youngster, Keenan Davis, coming on. He will replace El Ghazi, who just went into the book, and another few seconds eked out of the clock here for Dean Smith and Aston Villa.
And they're very clever, aren't they, managers, at certain points in the game when they make these changes, just to take the sting out of the football match. So as I said before, you know, just tick away as many minutes as you possibly can. And maybe they looked at El Ghazi thinking he might have lost his cool a little bit. You don't want to go down at this period of the game down to 10 men if you possibly can, so they've just taken him off. There's maybe a precaution.
Well, he's won them the game potentially. They don't want him getting sent off, so he's down in the dugout now, and the ball inside Everton's half. They've got around about 2 minutes remaining to try and fashion an equaliser, but it's Villa who are attacking. Watkins did well, finds Davis. Davis though out muscle, but he's then wrestling with Fabian Delph. He won it back, but the referee will give a free kick against him. But I think you see there the strength of Davis, the substitute. He's a strong boy, isn't he?
Great physicality there. That's the side of Richarlison. I think Richarlison, he had nothing to do with that at all, but he's made a point to go across to Davies just to shove him away from the ball, and that's the side of it. Sometimes his temperament lets him down on occasions.
Ball forward. We're into the deep into the second of at least 3 added on minutes here. Everton trailing by 2 goals to 1. They're going to put a cross into the area. Plenty of blue shirts. Richarlison can't get on the end of it. It'll fall here for Lucadinha. Hits it first time. Ball bouncing into the Villa box, and they got a good foot away to clear it. Delph is beaten, and now the break is on. Look at this. 3-on-1 for Aston Villa. McGinn holds on to it. Plays it. Oh, I think Davis had run offside, so he couldn't go and get the ball, and they made a bit of a mess of that, Aston Villa, and now they've conceded a throw-in. I think he was caught in 2 minds there, McGinn, wasn't he? Whether to waste time or go for goal.
Well, he had 2 players to play for who were running in front of him. One was Ross Barkley, the other was Keenan Davies, and he just delayed it that long. He ended up playing a reverse pass down the right wing, and it just completely didn't work for him at all. And you're right, Mark, they're just trying to tick time away. Just keep it out of your own half as much as you can. Yeah,
and now they'll do that because they've got a throw in. McGinn will go down holding his arm. I think maybe Fabian Delph did just catch him there as he won the challenge. McGinn was being at the heart of that Villa midfield, and Dean Smith looks on. He'll be proud as punch with this one. It is going to be another away day victory for Aston Villa. We'll put them in the top 10 as well. Been a decent season for them. They're hoping that Jack Grealish will be back. Remember, Villa and Everton meet again in just over a week's time. As Lucadinha now, we're in added on time of added on time. The ball inside the Villa half. It's thumped away. The referee allows play to go on. Davis again making a nuisance of himself. It's a throw-in for Everton. They really now are in last chance saloon. Pickford won't get the chance to knock it forward. It's a record-breaking defeat for Everton, their worst season in the Premier League at home in terms of losses, but Villa won it late on with an Anwar El Ghazi special from the edge of the area, and it was fitting that Villa won it. They dominated the first half. Watkins put them in front on 13 minutes after Holgate was robbed of possession. Watkins in on goal, rolled it past Pickford to put Villa in front, but then Calvert-Lewin ahead of his 20th Everton goal of the season, levelled it up on 19 minutes, and it was 1-1 at the break. Quite how, I'm not sure, after Villa hit the woodwork through Barkley and El Ghazi in that first half, and Pickford made 5 quality saves to keep Villa at bay. Everton started the second half on top, but never really tested out Martinez, and it was late on when El Ghazi's moment of quality made it another away day win. 8 Premier League away victories for Aston Villa. They're into the top 10. For Everton, their European ambitions are firmly on hold. It's full time here at Goodison Park. It's Everton 1, Aston Villa 2.